What you waiting for? Are you ready?
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Tannehill to the air right off the bat. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Tannehill on third down. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he will have a Vikings first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. The Vikings at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
To the air again, Tannehill. Steps away to his left. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards that time for number 14. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Throwing again is Tannehill. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 30. Nice gain of 25 yards.
Let's keep all the receivers alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Tannehill on first down. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Willis. And that's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third down, it's Willis. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into third and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the draw is Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Second down, here's Willis. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, it's Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They go play action with Willis. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken from about the 12. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Tannehill. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34.
That might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Tannehill. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Willis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Willis to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. That was Justin Reed, the safety, who got to the quarterback. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Tannehill's throw here taken in by Isabella. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, Tannehill. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And got his man complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he works 3. And he's given his guys a shot for 1 points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Pitts in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And not much up. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. But they will not be able to capitalize as time is run out here on the first half of play. So we'll reach half Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. Running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On third down, it's Willis. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Cook going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. They try again with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Back to Taylor on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Second down, Willis looks to throw here. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week, but he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Fourth down, Willis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Off play action, Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try... Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
There's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. Pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later.
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now. Right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Now it's Tannehill. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Vikings get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get over to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Willis. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Willis from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. It's scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll put it away for the second time. And this returnable for Hines. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Rolling to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. Tannehill intercepted again. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 33. So the penalty there winds up on the offense, so obviously it's declined, and we have a change of possession. Running straight ahead, Taylor. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Willis. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They dial up the coordinates that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a Perlay spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Tannehill. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week, as he's got a 1st down as well. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's got a man, complete. The 20, 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This is now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Willis. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Check contact, check contact.
1st and 10, it's Willis. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. 2nd down throw coming by Willis. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Hines now on the return. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Coup for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Vikings 42, Lions 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Pulls it in at the 13. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there. Every second, no matter what the score, it's already. Let's go now. Finish that ball game.
Throwing now, Tannehill. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill buying time to his left. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And this is caught by Watkins. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Lions have recovered.
Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end. And really no shortage of big plays for us to examine. Part of the offense or defense for this team. They were so